let's begin with what's probably a lengthy injury report. Situation of the quarterback room with Burns. Where are we looking at overall?
Situation in the quarterback room. Yeah, we're banged up there. Drew's still questionable going into this week. Lucian, same thing with his knee. Just way day-to-day type of situation. Um, uh, Barron could be extensive. It looks like it's going to be a longer-term situation for him. So we're down to our fourth-string quarterback, and he's healthy as of right now, but he'll probably get the lion's share of the reps this week. Burns, same thing. Hadn't heard anything back yet from an MRI deal. I think he gets that later on today. Cam Petaway, same thing. So we're going to find out more today when we get our injury report and figure out who we can suit up for Saturday.
When you look back at the Kent State film, I know after the game you talked about just a couple of defensive lapses. If you look at that film, what are the fixes there on not allowing those explosive plays?
Not allowing them. I mean, it's poor eyes got leveraged, and really, just giving them a short field. Came down to about 8 plays that turned the tide of the game. Giving them a short field when we shanked the punt, got an explosive in the passing game on the running back coming out of the backfield, got one-on-one with KP. Got down a little too far, and you can almost live with those. And then the other one was the crack replace to our sideline. Back got out. The same play that Central Michigan ran against us as well, and it got out clean. So again, our corner has to make that play, and we have to make teams drive. And I think the thing we couldn't allow that team to do was to get quick scores. We had to make them earn it, and we didn't do that. So again, we have to be very disciplined in terms of our eyes. We can't afford to get complacent in those situations. And I told him we have to learn how to finish these types of ball games. And it's the details. We look at the film offensively. Had we got one first down or another score, we wouldn't be having that conversation. But we're still learning as a team. We're still growing through these growing pains. And I said, hey, we're right where we need to be in terms of the next step of what we need to conquer, and that's to finish games and focus for the full 4 quarters, and don't get down depressed. I mean, you look at the box score, we gave ourselves a chance to win a ball game. Held the ball for almost 40 minutes, ran it 50 times, rushed for over 200 some yards with a backup quarterback or third-string quarterback. Played well defensively for the most part. It didn't give up. Wasn't in terms of efficient yards, we held them pretty well there. It was just those 3 or 4 plays that got out on us and led to score. So got to give the tip of the hat to that unit, and you got to learn from it and go.
Second straight week you didn't force any turnovers. I know that's always been a point of emphasis. It's got to be frustrating. What do you do to try and go back to getting some turnovers and takeaways?
Got to keep emphasizing it. That's all you can do. I think teams are mindful of, hey, we're a team that's very aggressive trying to get the ball out, and that's how we create our momentum. And as long as we're not turning it over, I think we can live with those types of things. So, we did a decent job of that. I think we had 2 fumbles that were recovered by our own guys, but that's too many. So we have to keep emphasizing getting the ball out, ripping the ball, punching the ball, making their ball carriers be very conscious of our tacklers that, hey, when we're coming after the ball too, and that makes you run not as aggressive. So we just have to continue to do it.
Second straight week, really strong opening drive. Do you guys script the opening drive, and what's the challenge once you then go off script?
Oh, we script the opening drive. I mean, almost every team does it. They have their first 9, their first 15, however many plays they decide to script what they want to do. And I think what we've learned is if something is relatively successful, it's okay to try to go back to that, and it doesn't have to be on script. It's a guideline, it's a blueprint, but you don't have to. It's not a linear process. You have to look at the game too. I think sometimes you can stare at the play sheet too long and miss the flow of a game. But I think we've done a good job of saying, hey, we want to see what they look like, how they adjust to certain formations that we present to them, what their answers are for that. We could set a few things up. So, we're very conscious of that. We do it every week.
What are the challenges? What are the opportunities with Buffalo coming to town this week?
Well, Buffalo, very solid unit, battle tested. They won a lot of close ball games. A really good defensive front. I think one of the best backers in the conference. Offensively, they're a very efficient offense. Quarterback is a really good passer, dual threat guy. So again, it's playing ball in the MAC. On any given Saturday, you can win a game or lose a game. It comes down to who's going to make the plays and giving yourself a chance to win in the fourth quarter. So this team is well coached, and they have some playmakers that we have to be mindful of. Yep. Okay.
Thanks, Coach. Just curious, did you have a fourth-string quarterback selected before the season got? Have any idea you're going to be going through something like this?
No, I mean, you don't know. Football. This is football, and then this is a part of the deal here, where injuries are going to happen. You're going to have casualties of war. You would hope not to be in this situation. You would like to have, one guy probably go down at that and be prepared for that. But to go into an emergency plan where I might have to suit up as quarterback, that's an issue. So, but seriously, no, you don't think about those things. But we have a plan in place for that.
Not to scout for Buffalo, but doesn't that limit what you guys can do? I mean, how much of the playbook is open to you when you're down that far in the depth chart?
I think you could see the last month what that does to us. We got to do what's best for the guy under center, and we're going to tailor to his strengths, whether it's Lucian or whether it was Barron or whoever is back there at this point in time. We got to find out what they do well, and really build around that. And you're hoping that at some point maybe Drew can go this week, and we can still do some things that we were capable of doing when he was in there. But it forces you to simplify, and sometimes it's not a bad thing. You just gotta take it the way it comes, and really just find what our players do well, or whatever quarterback is in there, and make sure that you keep him out of situations that could possibly hurt the team, where he's uncomfortable. So we know this is a big pressure team in certain situations, and we got to try to manage it, by staying ahead of the chain. So our run game is very important, that we get positive yards on those first and second downs, or even if it's something on the perimeter or screen, whatever that is, we got to get positive yards on first and second down to keep whoever's back there upright.
The importance of the running game, control in the game. Talk about Austin's play last week.
I thought he played great. Austin has been coming on pretty much all preseason. A little raw coming in to this year. Brian White and Josh Crawford, our running backs coach, they've done a phenomenal job of getting him ready, both not just physically but just mentally, understanding protections, understanding the blocking scheme, how it's being blocked from play to play. What to look for, just the details and nuances of eyes and feet and your stance and approach. How you have to. He's been really working hard at that, and that's just a testament to what we believe in as far as 9-unit strong, and making sure that every kid is coached that way. No matter where they're on the depth chart, because you never know when you're going to need them. But Austin's definitely come on. He's a bigger body. I thought I saw some things in him that he can really add value to our run game, and his presence. Ran behind his pads and ran with power, and he's going to get more and more opportunities.
Talk about being back home, how important it is to get some orange back in the stands this weekend.
Yeah, that'd be great to get back at home, get some fans behind you, that energy, and help us, we need all the help we can get right now. Just the fan support, the positivity, and it'll be good to be in the comforting confines of our home, a place where we're familiar with, and have some fans in the stands that can cheer us on the victory.
All right. So how is the split loyalties in the Bradley household this week?
They've been just hyping both of us up for real. Both parents, my mom and my dad. It's exciting for real. All my family been talking about it, and I got a lot of family coming to the game, so it's been exciting.
Is there a little bit of relief that you guys both play defense, so there's not necessarily going to be a situation where you have to tackle each other or anything like that?
Nah. I'm pretty sure if he could tackle me, he probably would. So I'll do the same. So, but nah, yeah, it'll be fun. It's gonna be competitive.
How do you fix the mistakes that were exposed against Kent State, the big plays, the explosives that you guys let up?
Just all being on the same page, and just the details in our assignments, and just all doing our assignments. That's really it. It's not a talent thing. It's just everybody doing their assignment, and we all be on one accord.
What have you seen out of this Buffalo offense so far on tape?
They have some explosive receivers. Their quarterback is a little mobile. He doesn't run much, but he can get out of the pocket. They're decent when it comes to their running attack, rushing attack as well. So, yeah, we're just going to have to limit the explosive plays and, try to get some more takeaways.
Talk a little bit about being back home again. Does that you guys get a lot of energy, obviously, out of the crowd, and you get a lot of orange in the stands, huh?
It's definitely will be exciting. It's our last Saturday home game, and it's gonna be it's the seniors, last Saturday home game. So, it's definitely gonna be exciting. We're gonna try to light the stadium up and, make it a good atmosphere this Saturday.
Just wonder what the atmosphere, what the mentality is of defense right now after a couple tough losses here.
We just, playing for each other. That's the biggest thing for right now. It's easy to, especially in this part of the season, to, be selfish and think about yourself. But, as a defense, we have to stick together, play for each other, and ultimately that's how we're gonna be a better defense and the best defense we can possibly be.
Talking about the senior class, it's a group that you've been around, for a long time. Because what do they mean to you? Who are ones that stick out? That because a lot of them have been here for a long period of time.
The senior class is definitely special. They've been here about as long as I've been here. So, some of them seniors, I'm trying to lay it all on the line for them. This their last season. So, guys like De'Aaron Kelly and Evan Branch Haynes, Darius Lorefields, guys like that's been here for a minute, laid the foundation for this program, just laid on the line for those type of guys, finish off the season strong.
What's you made a shift from linebacker to the kind of the defensive line position this year. Just what's that transition like been for you, and just the ability to get after the quarterback the way that you do?
Yeah, it really started earlier on in my college career. My coach, Sammy Lewanson, moved me, and, it was a longer transition just with trying to get more weight on my body and, fit into that skill position and just the skills that come with the position. But I think it paid out, and, I think I'm getting more comfortable in the position and thriving.
Your dad and your brother, defensive backs, has there become a competition? Being the D lineman is like,
yeah, it is a little weird, with my brother and my dad both being defensive backs, but we all athletic and got talent, so I guess we play defense and we hit people, so that's all I got for that.
What's the mindset? You've had a couple strip sacks. When you get to the quarterback, what's your mindset when you're coming in from that blind side?
Yeah, majority of the time when I'm coming from that blind side is automatically hit the quarterback because that's just a mindset just to hit the quarterback. But the ball is the issue, so got to take the ball away and strip the ball. Get the ball. So that's just what be going through my mind when I'm rushing after the quarterback.
All right, from a pass catcher's perspective, what's the challenge of having to go down to potentially a fourth-string quarterback this week?
It's really no change. It's just that we have to rally behind whoever the guy may be, whoever that guy is. We're going to fully be behind him, and we're going to support him and do whatever it takes to make sure that he's ready to go whenever the game comes Saturday.
Difference between how those four guys throw the ball, or as you're running a route, is you're just focused on the ball and it's coming into you the same way no matter who's throwing it?
It isn't really no change. It's just focusing on catching the ball, whoever that may be throwing it. It's my job to catch it, so it's really no difference, just to be ready for it whenever it comes my way.
After a couple of tough losses, what's the mindset of this team now going forward to the stretch run of the season?
Our goal are still in front of us to finish the season strong. We have a great opportunity ahead of us. Those losses, we learned from them. I mean, it's unfortunate that we took them, but we learned from them. And just moving forward, our goal is to finish the season 8-5. Just finish the season strong every game in front of us with a win.
What are some of the lessons you learned from specifically the Kent State loss?
Finishing the game offensively. We started strong last game, but now we have to finish the game. Dealing with adversity, how you can either react or respond, and I feel like we are working on and getting better at responding rather than reacting, and just staying the course throughout the whole game, just finishing the game strong.
I know we don't know who the quarterback is necessarily, but for the people who don't know Hunter, what's he like? Just kind of for people who don't know, who is he? Kind of what's he like?
Hunter is a great guy. He's a leader. He's young, but he's a leader. He's been learning behind the older guys, so it's really no drop off. He's ready for it, and he's prepared for whatever comes his way.
It seems like BGSU's had so much success with tight ends over the last couple of years. What is that? What drew you to BGSU as a Coach Eddie? I'm kind of curious.
Well, when I got here, I was recruited by the previous staff, so I was recruited by Coach Leffler. But just an amazing opportunity to play in front of the great Bowling Green family and the fans is a great opportunity that drew me to come here and just to experience different things in my last year of football.
You talked about catching the ball from four different quarterbacks, the way to throw it to you as well, but timing is a big part of that as well, especially for same for tight ends as it is for wide receiver.
It's pretty much all the same thing. After practice, I stay after with the quarterbacks, whoever wants to throw. So it really doesn't matter who is the guy that's going to be throwing. It's just a matter of just working it throughout the week and being ready for Saturday.
You line up some different, formations. What kind of coverages have you seen from some of the defenses? How do they try to play you?
Sometimes they try to bracket me with like a cover 3, like a zone. Sometimes on third down, a lot of teams like to go man, but for the most part, it's mainly just a zone with a safety over the top in the middle of the field to take away middle of the field plays from me.
Any other questions? Just to close up, obviously, Senior Day on Saturday. I mean, you'll be honored. Only you're here, but just what's been like being able to play in front of just some of the record crowds that we've had here and being able to do that one more time on a Saturday?
It's amazing. The fan support is definitely amazing. Coming from my last school, it really wasn't. We had our fans involved, but to be able to look in the stands and see that the whole entire Deut is packed out is amazing, and that really helps us out as a team, knowing that your fans are behind you, and just having that support from the community, everyone in the community, the fans. Like after the game, some fans want to like take pictures or just want some memorabilia from us, and that's just amazing. Just having that support, knowing that the fans look up to us even after a loss. Fans still coming up to us after the game, so it's just great to have that support from the community and the fans, and seeing a packed out Deut.